Hey guys, we're back. Today we have a guest with us. It'll be the first guest of our podcast, Warren Rush. I'll let Warren introduce himself and we'll go from there, and then we'll talk about what was going on, what we did last weekend, and what we got for upcoming shoots. So take it away, Warren.
Yes. Well, first of all, I want to thank Roland and Adam for doing this, stepping up and trying to get some more archers, letting everybody know what we got. I'm Warren Rush. I'm with the Iowa State Archery Association. I'm the president of the organization, and I'm here to tell you some about our shoots that we've got coming up.
Cool. So good deal, because there's a lot of the stuff you guys do at I've never done.
Yeah,
because it's not around here like the 3Ds are.
Yeah.
So you can get into more of, I mean, let's be realistic, a lot of the stuff you do is on the east side of the state.
Correct.
There's nothing. I mean, I've noticed this too. There's hardly no shoots on west of 35.
Correct.
Hardly none.
Which
so
ironically, that's kind of how a lot of the 3Ds
3D's the same way, but but we'll get into all that here shortly. But so this weekend, Echo Valley had their indoor ASA, and they had a really good crowd. From what I've seen for pictures, the scores are pretty good the way they had it set up. So a pretty good crowd. And on Sunday, I, Roland, and Warren all shot the Gavin Maine's first annual shoot up. It was pretty emotional shoot, actually.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, it was a great shoot. They did a great job. At the end, it got to me. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, yeah.
That was tough. I mean, you've known Gavin for a while. I've known Gavin for probably 3 or 4 years now too. And yeah, I didn't see any of that coming. Yeah. That was tough, but thanks to the family. I do have a special announcement though. They're going to open, start working on the Gavin Maine's Archery Center. That is in the process of getting opened. Randy and Emily are going to do that. So I'm kind of excited to see how that goes. That's going to be a big honor for them. And I'll be there opening day. So
yeah,
as I get more information on that, I will pass it on to everybody. But when that opening day comes, I want to flood the place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just flood the place and get it, that's the way Gavin would want it. So, but Roland, you ended up making the final.
Yep. That was a long road, but yeah, it was fun though. I've never shot like a loser's bracket kind of like a thing, but yeah. It's definitely interesting, but yeah, you guys knew Gavin. I didn't personally know Gavin, and it still kind of got to me. Especially like it was a really nice gesture by the college. It was, I think, the college.
Yeah, it was Buena Vista.
Yeah, was he committed there? Or he wanted to go there, or something like that. I don't remember one of those.
Do you know? I don't know for sure.
They said something.
I never heard him talk about it.
So yeah, I don't. I never heard him talk about it. But one of the things about Gavin when last year at the Deer Classic. I don't remember. One of the years at the Deer Classic, we were at the expedition booth. He come walking back after shooting a 300 round. I go, "How'd you do?" "I didn't do very good." I go, "What do you mean you didn't do very good?" "Only shot 20 X's." "Well, that's not bad." "Well, I shot a 300 at 20 X's. That's not very good." I just looked at him and laughed. I go, "What do you mean that's not very good?" But that's the way Gavin was. He aimed for perfection and all of that. So
yep,
yeah,
for sure,
he was good. I shot some national events with him, and he'd let the nerves get to him, and we'd go talk. I'd talk him through it and calm him down. I always told him, I said, "Well, they drug test, or we'd really be able to take care of those nerves for you."
Yeah. But talking about nerves.
Oh yeah,
you were a nervous wreck all weekend.
Yeah, I normally get really nervous. Somehow it got better to the end, which is not normal. Normally it's just like bad the whole time, but I think it's just like the time duration. Like Vegas was really bad because it's like you just shot the 30 arrows, but there I calculated up. I shot at least 140 arrows. So I think after that it was like I'm nervous, but like my body can't feel it anymore. Like it's not that bad. But yeah, the guy that won, Evan Appleby, he's like shot at our shoot. He's a really good shooter, really good, and yeah, he kind of deserved that one. So
yeah, I guess he's been carrying Gavin's funeral.
Yep.
Whatever
yeah,
in his quiver since spring.
Yep.
Or last spring, I think.
Yes.
That's a pretty big honor.
Yeah. I didn't know that he knew Gavin or like anything like that before that. And like right like when he won and we were at the targets, he said something about like, this is the one I wanted all year. And I like said, like, why this one? And he didn't say anything, but then I saw him hug Gavin's dad, Randy, and I was like, oh, like
it made sense.
And it was
then.
like, oh man. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I was okay till that.
Yeah.
Then when, Randy started crying, it's like, and then Emily is like, this is tough. Then they got the jersey out and it made it even worse.
Yeah. The jersey.
But that was awesome though. That was
really
awesome.
Nice gesture of them.
So this upcoming weekend, Mark's got a shoot down here.
Yep. I wish we would have. I wish I would have remembered that. But yeah, it is this weekend. It is some date that I'm about to say.
It's the 25th, isn't it?
Oh, I just had it. No, I didn't. 25th, February 25th, starting at 8 a.m. It's a Deer Classic warm-up. It's just a trophy shoot. It's a Vegas 300 round, followed by elimination matches, $15 each.
Yeah.
So.
And then, like I said, Foley is this weekend. So the shoot down should be on, I don't know I assume it's on the Sportsman's channel. I'm not sure.
I think it still is.
Yeah. So I don't know what time it'll start, but look for updates. We'll update you guys why we're down there.
I think it's 4 p.m. I don't know which time zone, so they have the new senior known pro and women's known pro. That'll be all on YouTube and with the rest of the shootdowns.
Will it be live though? I don't think it'll be live. Will it?
Thought that they were. It's normally live on YouTube, but then after. So the Sportsman channel won't have those two though, but YouTube.
Yeah,
I think
YouTube will have it though. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, sometime. I just remember that was when it was supposed to be. But yeah,
we'll give you guys updates throughout the week.
Yep.
While we're down there. We leave Wednesday morning, so yeah. But let's get into what Warren's got. We'll go over. This is interesting, guys. So the guys that have not shot, basically, it's all target.
It's all paper target.
Yeah, you have all paper target. You kind of got out of the 3D, right?
Oh, I shot 3D for years.
No, but the association.
Association, yes.
Yeah, the association got out of 3D.
Yeah, we tried to do a trail shoot, and it just got to be too much work for the clubs.
Okay.
And a lot of the clubs, we tried 2 different clubs, and they kind of just, it's a lot of work.
It seems like it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
I can see that. I mean, you got to have targets, painted dots, and, I can see that.
Yep, the setup and stuff.
Yeah.
And then anytime you're sharing a shoot with a club and a organization, the money's got to be split. And so, it makes it a lot different, which we've gone through some hard times and we've kind of changed that. For right now, the club gets all the money. And we're just coughing up for the trophies and things like that. That comes out of our pocket.
Huh.
So the clubs right now we're giving them everything, but just because the organization, our attendance is way down. We don't want a club out there working for us and not making any money.
So do you have to be a member to shoot these?
You can be a guest.
Okay.
But you cannot play for the medals and trophies unless you're a member.
Okay.
Which it's not very expensive. Isn't it like $25, $50 a year or something like that?
We are an NFAA recognized organization. So you have to get your membership through NFAA. Mm-hmm. And for an individual, it's $50. And our organization just gets 10 of that. So
really,
gotcha.
Yeah. So it all goes through NFAA. That's why we have the shoots that we do, and we send the scores into them. We have to recognize that we have so many. We have an indoor, we have our target, we have our field.
It's very similar to what the ASA does.
Yep.
So
correct.
So if anybody, it's a good comparison. How you got like. Iowa, you don't have to be an ASA member to shoot any qualifiers, but to shoot the state shoot, you have to be an ASA member.
Yes.
That's where the trophies and everything. So it's very similar to that. So, but so what are we going to start with, Warren? I mean, shoot wise.
Our first shoot coming up, we've got our 5 spot, which will be held Webster State Fairgrounds, same place that Gavin Shootdown was. Webster City Fairgrounds, hosted by the Border Brigade Club. That'll be March 17th. That'll be a Friday night, one line. And then it'll be 18th and 19th will be Saturday and Sunday. So you'll have the 5 spot. You'll shoot for a 300 score. You can either use the single spot or the 5 spot. And that shoot will go toward we have a buckle, aggregate buck. I should have brought one. Didn't do that.
I
a
didn't realize
buckle.
that was the thing. Okay.
Yeah, but we have a buckle. So there's 3 shoots we put on, and it'll be a total score in your class. Every class will get it. We have all the way from bare bow, freestyle. You got bow hunters. Bring your hunting rigs, whatever you want to shoot. We got a class for it.
Are the 3 shoots so state indoor, state Vegas, or
Nope.
no? What are the
State
3
Vegas
shoots?
is just a little that we threw in there. That
Yeah.
is a shoot all to its own.
So it must
So
be outdoor.
it's not part of the NFAA.
No,
Okay.
nope.
Well,
we,
but
we
this-
wanted to throw that out there because a lot of people wanted to shoot it for Vegas and stuff,
Yeah.
and we're going to turn that into like a championship Vegas shoot where you have
Oh.
a champion in every.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. So it must be like state field, outdoor, target, and then state indoor.
State
Okay.
indoor.
For
Those
the
3.
buckle.
Those 3 are the 3 we're required to do by NFAA to be a member of the NFAA.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, and that's why you're seeing hardly any of these shoots on the east side because there are no clubs. As of right
Yeah.
now, when I get to the field shoot, we have 1.5 field shoots in state Iowa
And a half.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by the half?
because he's only got 14 targets.
Oh,
Is that Waverly?
Waverly.
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
They're coming back though, because I was up there and shot a 3D course up there probably 3 years ago, and we asked them about it because we saw the pins for field, and we asked them, we're gonna get because they went on everything changed, new president, new board, and
Mhm.
all that I believe, and they're slowly getting back right now. Then they said, hey, we're gonna start with the 3D because it's the easiest.
Yep.
And we'll start getting into the field, and that's great. That
Yeah.
getting more, getting
Yeah.
yeah.
And a lot of the 3Ders will probably never know, but years ago, Atumwa was a field course. That's
that
why
why
you
it's a
have
cloverleaf?
3. Yeah, it's a cloverleaf
Is that why?
because you have a field, a hunter, and an animal round.
Oh,
that would be
gotcha.
an awful field course
Oh, it was
because
brutal
it's
in
an
its
awful
day.
3D course.
It was
Is
brutal
way
in
I
its
mean
day.
up and down the hills, but yeah, that'd be a good field
We had
course.
a club in Toddville, Waltonians,
Yeah.
and they have what they call the B course, was one of the toughest in the nation.
Yep.
Very tough.
Really?
Yeah, very fun, very fun. And we've got some down south in Blue Sky, I think it is, in Missouri. It's got a course. A course is Billy Goat Country.
Yeah.
I mean, you're shooting uphill, downhill. It's a brutal shoot, but a lot of fun. Test your ability. That's what these games are all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what they're about. They're there. If you're a hunter, if you're a 3D'er, it don't matter. You shoot these games, you shoot the distance, you'll figure your bows out. You'll figure your weakness out. You'll build any kind of talent that you have, you will build on it.
Yep.
That's good.
That's what this is all about.
Yep.
So that 5 spot, like I say, that'll be in March. Then our next one will be we moved that. That'll be the field. And Dyersville sets up the field just for us. That is not a full-time year-round field.
Okay.
So they set it up just for this weekend. So I'll kind of give you a rundown. I'll do the very short version. If you come, we will put you with somebody that knows the games, knows the rules. And I'll kind of run you through kind of what you'll be looking at, but I'm not going to get into all the rules because I don't want to scare somebody thinking, oh man, I got to remember all that, because yeah, I mean, when you take this skill and you go to a national event, you better know all the rules because you mess up, it's a 0.
Oh, that
You
sucks.
shoot the wrong order, you shoot the wrong side, you shoot the wrong target, you shoot up and down. I mean, there's so many, and then you have to rotate sides, your pairs, and it can get. You want to know it, but for us, this is a fun thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to go through it, and we're going to be with people and you're going to be testing your ability.
How many do a group?
4.
4. Okay. That doesn't seem so bad.
Nope, it's a lot of fun. You'll really enjoy it.
So is it all in the timber or some of it out in the open, or how do they
Up
use it?
there, it's all in the timber except for like 2 shoots. They got a downhill 80. We call it a walk up. You shoot an arrow at 80, 70, 60, 50. So there'll be 14 stations on each course. Shoot 4 arrows at each station. So each station is worth 20 points total. Your scoring will be 5, 4, 3. So when I tell you that, like this one right here, looks pretty easy, right?
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Yep.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the hardest targets on the course.
Is it
Why
just
is that?
as the
Why is
distance
that?
or
We shoot that. You go 35,
yeah, it's
30, 25, and 20 feet.
Oh, that's
Oh,
shot
it's
at
the bunny.
feet.
It's the
We
bunny.
call this the bunny.
Yeah.
So you got to know
Honest.
your sight.
You got to know your short yardage.
Yeah.
And how many
that-
times in 3D does this come into play?
Yeah.
Not much, but I've been playing with it lately just because of stuff
Yeah, it can. It
like
can.
that. That, yeah.
Yeah, and so this target here is the smallest 5 spot that you will shoot on the course, and this one will be just like I say, 35 feet,
So,
30 feet.
How's that
25 feet.
scored then? Is the X the 5 or
Nope.
the black dot?
The black 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
And is the X just for tiebreakers then?
Yes, the pros all keep a point for the X.
Okay. So it'd
Pros
be, for
do.
pros it'd be 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But that's only pros.
Yep.
Us, we keep track of the X for a tiebreaker, but it's not a point.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
So
Yeah.
that's one thing
So
you'll see.
is it one guy per spot on
Yes.
those? Okay.
Yes,
That,
this
wow.
is the hunter
That
target.
looks tough.
This is field.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of inverted almost.
Yeah, and people say, well, why would you do that? Because your aiming device is going to play different games with your
Yeah,
eyes.
you definitely have
So
to.
you're looking at a white and you're looking at a black.
Don't want to run a black dot, do you?
No, and then you really don't want to run like a green fiber almost. I mean, if you had it bright enough, you could do it on the white, but
On
yeah.
the white.
Yeah, that, which is probably why I've seen a lot of people, they do like some sort of a frosted lens and then a fiber through it. So it'd be like a black dot on the lens and then a green fiber or whatever color. So you have
Yeah.
both.
Yep. So that's kind of the game. I mean, it's a lot of fun. So on the hunter round, you'll shoot that 11 yards. So it's a little easier on the hunter round.
Okay.
I always figure if I can get through the field round, when I get to the hunter, I'm going to catch a lot of people because for some reason my eyes see the hunter round very, very well.
Okay.
And
I could see that. Yeah.
It just seems like the field round, I'll struggle a little bit staying in the dot. But I mean, we've got some guys, some really salty dogs here in Iowa that can shoot this very, very well.
Well, I've been saying that all along. We got some great archers in
Yep.
the state.
So then you'll see as you go out, the X has gotten bigger. So on the field side, this X will be shot from anywhere from 15 to 30 yards.
Yep. So
And
it
it's safe.
increases
Well, that doesn't
in
seem so
difficulty.
bad.
Yeah.
No. So as farther you get back, the bigger things get.
Yeah.
So same scoring, 5, 4, 3. And so as you go back farther, then this one, which is your 50 centimeter, and so 50 will be shot from 35 to 50. And 50 can get a little tough.
I could see that. Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
most of these targets are probably mainly tough at the max distance side of it, unless it's a crazy angle or something.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do you set the yardages or do the course set it? Is there a certain,
Yes.
you'll shoot that at 50 always and wherever else?
Yeah. There are set, I mean, you can literally, like your Archer's Advantage or something like that, you can pull it off, and there's only going to be certain numbers that you
I've
even use.
seen that. Yeah. Because it's like, Archer's Mark on your app. It says like field, animal, or whatever. And it's like, I don't want 2-yard increments or 5-yard increments. It's like, and then it's like, oh, I hit the all button again. But yeah, so that's why.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
you're only going to shoot at certain yardages.
Okay.
I just kind of threw you the ballpark.
No, so you'll see that at 50 and all the way to 35, correct?
Yes, correct.
So you can probably see it at 50, 40.
Yep.
So,
Yep. 38.
Oh, so that
50,
you do odd
oddballs.
increments
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. There will be a fan at 38, and you'll have a 50. It's been a while since I shot it.
So I guess my question, which I think is what Adam was wondering, is like, So is every field course needed to be set by a book of rules? Like you need
Correct.
to have this target at this distance, and this distance?
Correct.
Okay.
There's actually, you can pull it off the NFAA for the rules, and
Okay.
it'll tell you exactly what each station will be.
So
Out of the 14, you have to have a certain yardage on each one of those
Okay.
stations.
and so
It's
for
set.
gotcha. So then the main variance between clubs and ranges is the angles and stuff and the footing.
Angles
But
footing,
course distances will all be
the same. That
Okay.
way, when we shoot our sectionals and stuff like that, everybody's shooting the same distances.
I
Oh.
kind of like that just because it's a little bit more comparable, and especially on a course basis. Like you can almost a course record would actually be a thing that would matter.
Yeah, because
Yes.
the only course record on here, the only thing that would be changing would be your angles.
Yeah.
But all the yardages are, if you're going to miss at 80, you're going to miss at 80.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
We-
miss at 80 at that one because they had an 80-yard shot. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah. I
and,
like
and there's
that.
guys that'll tell you. I mean, Alex Moss almost cleaned the course up at. I think he only missed 2.
Really?
Yep.
He's
Jason
impressive.
Jason Getkin's right there. They're both very, very good.
Oh yeah.
But they'll both tell you that is that course.
Yeah.
If you took and you go to Washington or somewhere that's going to give you your angles and really put you to a test, 2 down,
Yeah, it would be
you'd
insane
doing some-
there.
you'd
Yeah.
be doing some shooting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's a very good course to come learn the game. Very
Yep.
good course. Very
Okay.
friendly.
Cool.
And so this is your 80. So you'd shoot an arrow at 80, 70, 60, 50. Be walking up.
Okay. So yeah, that's the farthest one.
This
So-
would be your
You,
farthest
you
one.
shoot that one at 50 and the one you just had up at 50.
Correct.
That's a bigger dot at 50 than that one you just put down.
And you know how many times I've missed 50?
I believe
It's like you let down. You got all 3 of them. And you go up to the 50 and you're thinking, oh man, I missed it.
Yep.
So it's basically the same thing again, but now you're there's that vision thing.
Yeah, the inverted.
Boy.
Yeah.
And what is the target they put him to? Is it black or white?
That all depends on what kind of bales. I mean,
Maybe-
most of them are going to be a white.
Yeah. Well, imagine that on a black bale.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have not seen a black bale on a field course yet.
that would be tough.
Yeah. And so these are basically the same. Like this one on the field round, you'll shoot it from 14 yards to 28. Actually, it's a pretty easy. You'll hardly ever miss this one. This one's a
Okay.
good one. And then you'll get the next one, the same one. You're still on the same centimeter of sizes.
Okay.
That's kind of how the game.
So the 5 is basically the same on
always
all
going
the
to be the
targets.
same. And this one will be shot from 32 to 48.
Okay.
So the hunter round, you're going to get a lot of weird yardages.
Okay.
Oddball.
Huh.
So do they set different courses for the hunter round and the field round?
Yes,
So you have a ring for hunter and a ring for
correct. So you'll have 28 targets. The way we do it up Toddville is when we get done, as the last group, you'll be changing the target out to the animal target
okay.
and going like that. And they've got markers for all your different things, like the animal round, the hunter round, and the field round.
Okay.
So they've got 28 stations up there.
Okay. Gotcha. Yep. I did a little bit of research. It is a little confusing, but it's not super
Yeah.
complicated. And I like the fact that it is so different, especially the animal round, which you're about to get to. But like,
Yes.
it's a whole different kind of game in
Yes.
itself. But yeah.
Yep. So now you get into the animal round, and this one actually has been shot. I had it up my range. So you've got a dot. That'll be 21. You got an extra point.
21 points.
Yep. Inside this one will be a 20. Then you drop down to 18.
Okay. So it's a little bit like the Redding kind of thing.
Yep. And these, the animal ones, the rules tell you this target's got to be in between a certain yardage, in between 10 and I think it's 18.
But they have
Do you still-
flexibility on where they put
But the
it.
club can put it within that.
Ah.
Do you still shoot 4 arrows at that?
One arrow.
1 arrow.
Yep. Yeah. Go over that because that was what was really interesting.
So
about
all the other ones are 4, right?
Correct.
But the animal is just 1.
One arrow.
it. And this is
Okay.
unique in the way that if you shoot the first one, and yeah, I'll let you explain it because
And you miss. You don't, it doesn't score. So Sometimes you have to walk forward and shoot another arrow. Sometimes you'll shoot from that same spot. And then what happens is it drops down and becomes less score because then it would be 17 for the X and then on down.
Oh.
So if you
So
miss,
you're
you basically get
you're
a second
taking-
chance.
yeah.
You just-
So
You're taking a hit.
18 if you hit it the first time is the lowest you can get.
yep.
So if you shoot it the second time and get the dot, it's right below the 18, right?
Yes.
Then it's 17, 16, 15.
Yep.
Okay.
And so you can see, and they'll have different animals. I don't have them all because there's quite a few of them, but the dot will determine your distance.
Okay. Something I
Same
just
thing.
didn't notice until you just pulled that out is that they have different colored dots. So that
Yes.
one's black.
Yes.
Oh man.
I don't think I bought the tricky little guy.
I could see
That's
that.
a big dot.
Yeah.
How
And see
far
that-
is he? What, a 30-yard target then?
Yeah, 28, I believe.
28.
And so a lot of times they'll throw it there. Well, you've got a white here, or they'll throw a black one. And then
Oh, and you end up shooting him in the eye.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have a clear sight
We-
picture.
yeah.
We shot these at Total Outdoorsman our very first year they opened for our warm-up league. I hated it.
Yeah.
They're hard
It's
to
a-
aim on.
Yep. It's fun.
I mean, but once you knew where the dot was, it wasn't so bad.
Oh, so that
Yeah.
one would be a way easier one comparatively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and this is, once again, it's the size of the dot. And so then if you get into
So how far out? What's the max distance on the animal round?
60.
60. So
Yeah.
would he be a 60-yard
Nope.
shot? No.
No.
He'd be probably the third target, right? Or is how many targets? There's
48,
four different dot sizes. Or?
45 on this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really?
There's actually one more bigger.
Which that's the thing I like about the animal round. I haven't shot it yet, but it's really like 3D, except you get that second.
The dots
chance.
are bigger.
Yeah,
There's 60.
I mean,
and it's kind of like a visible 3D, so
Yeah.
you can't complain
yeah.
as much. But yeah,
Yeah. And that target would be a max 60, which, you're,
which that's still pretty small for 60. But yeah,
yeah. But
Well-
you're looking, when you go through a course like that, and we've actually had a couple guys clean the animal round
oh yeah, in
Yeah.
the state of Iowa.
in the state of
Nice.
Iowa.
That's
Yeah.
That is pretty nice because that one, it's definitely doable, but it's definitely very easily missable.
Yeah. And the last day on national event is all animal, and you'll have 28 targets of animal. And if you're on, you can catch somebody. The last national event that I won, I had a nice cush going into the last day, and it come down the top 4 guys. We was 3 points apart. So I mean, they were chomping at my tail quick. You
Yeah.
couldn't make no mistakes. They were coming on, and that's just how the game is played. It's just, you got guys like Jesse Broadwater. A lot of you probably know him. He cleaned an animal course last day. Never missed a
Really?
dot.
Not surprising.
Yeah.
He was. I think he still holds the record at Reading 1 down,
Yeah.
which is a
I believe
similar
so.
kind of dot styling thing.
Well, what'd they shoot at Yankton last year? That was
World Field is that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
And
a-
they were saying that course was it was tough.
Yeah.
They were saying the angles were pretty steep.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. That was a very easy flat course. Well, now they've elevated stands and they've added the difficulty to that course.
Yep. I don't know if anybody's seen the video, but they have a video of the finals, and they use some
They have
know what it's called?
Yeah, they got it'd be a telehandler holding the target up,
Yeah, it was
Yes.
like way up. It was like at the top.
and they were shooting.
Or I think we were talking about the.
Yeah, the
thing.
elevated shot. So you watch that video; they're almost straight up,
Yeah, it was
They-
literally above the top of the tree.
and
so
they
it's
had it
not short
angled. So when they
trees.
shot it, it was flat. But you imagine some of them angles when the target's flat, it takes that. Well, hold one of them back up, Warren.
And if you take and you put them at an angle,
Yeah, it just makes that way smaller.
Yep.
yeah,
It just zoom. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. You learn when you come to a target and you always glass them first. And if you see everybody's like down here, well, I've got to hold. You got to hold high on it because
Yeah.
something's going on. It's the footing. It's the the
Yeah.
uphill or something's getting everybody.
Yep.
So it's a good idea to take a good look at them and say, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least be safe
that's a
side or something.
yeah, that's a telltale sign right there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. I believe it is the funnest game that you can play with a bow.
I could see that because you get a lot of everything, and then also
Yeah.
just the challenge of like different angles and stuff, like technical, like making sure you like cut the sight, like if you have different angles and stuff. But
Yeah, it's very challenging, very fun, and like I say, it tests your skill. It puts your bow to the test. You know exactly where your weak points are. You know, you bring that 3D bow and you go through a field course and you shoot every one of those yardages. You know where you need to work. You know where your weakness is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It'll show.
Oh yeah, you'll know.
Like we talked about on Sunday, that'll show big time.
Yeah.
Especially if your arrow setup isn't quite right.
Yeah.
At 80 yards, it's going to magnify if it's wrong.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. I would love to have courses around here so you could, shoot every night.
Well, how much? Okay, for a club, if any club's watching this, how big of an area do they need to do that?
Well, it does take some ground, and then to be able to shoot safely, and it does take some ground. But I mean,
so could a club just set up a field round without the animal and the hunter round, just to expose people to it?
Yeah, just like Waverly's got 14 targets, and so they'll run just like the hunter round or the field round, and shoot them, for a day.
Cool.
Okay, I mean that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I guess you got to get people started in it somehow. I mean,
yeah, it'd be nice to see courses. You go down like St. Louis and stuff, and they've got 4 courses right around St. Louis, and same way down around Kansas City.
Is Minnesota strong on that side of it, field side?
They are a little stronger on the target than we are.
Okay.
They've got several courses.
And
this next shoot I'm going to explain to you is really big up there. They're really big into their FIDA.
Okay, so because I was up there with Joey. Oh, we went to a R100 in Aurora, Minnesota, and we stopped in Minneapolis on the way up, and there is outdoor courses, outdoor shooting ranges everywhere in Minneapolis.
Yep.
We went to one and we shot. I go, we're in the middle of town shooting 100 yards.
That's pretty nuts. That'd be cool.
It was nuts. I mean, it was an awesome facility. And it was full in the middle of the week. I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that says something.
Yeah.
We're
slowly starting to get better places to practice, but you go to Missouri and a lot of states, they've got a lot of stuff. Handgun, rifle, archery. A lot of complexes.
So outdoor practicing around here, the ones I know of, you got Saylorville, Red Rock here, and Warren County Ikes.
Yep, and Raccoon.
Oh, yes, Raccoon. Yes. But I don't know where else within that distance you can go.
No.
To shoot a bale outside.
There's not a lot, not as many as we'd like to see.
But it's you got to figure out a way to get it going. And I was a part of the one at the Ikes. I did all the grading for that, and we kept going. We're just gonna we want 100 yards. Well, no one's gonna shoot 100 yards.
Oh,
you'd be surprised who will go down there and shoot 100 yards.
Oh yeah, they'll go down there just to shoot 100 yards.
Yeah. So guys getting ready to go out west elk hunting.
Yeah,
they're gonna take 70, 80 yard bombs to get ready.
Yeah,
I would. I mean.
Yep. I have my own 100-yard range and 20-yard indoor range. So
forgot about that. Yep, just need a big enough yard. Which we here, so at Archery Field Sports, we have you can really get like 140 out there, but it's not free. Obviously, it's $15 a day. It's just an all-day rate, but for free ranges and stuff or just ranges in general isn't that many. But.
Well, I think you have to pay for Raccoon, right?
I'm not positive. I have not shot.
I don't know. I've shot Saylorville. That one is open to the public. The Warren County Ikes one.
Member of Mid-Iowa.
If you are a Mid-Iowa member, you can shoot it.
Yep.
Or a member of the Warren County Ikes.
Yep. That's what they were saying last night.
So, which is great. I mean, I've shot there a few times, which during the summer, it's close enough. I'll go home after work, grab the bow, go out there and shoot for an hour, because it's still light till 8:30. Yes. That's what I usually do because it's close.
Yep.
So, But this next one I have shot.
Yep.
This is fun.
Yep. It's a real fun one. And so these 3 shoots that I'm explaining are put you in the running for it's a total score for the belt buckle. And so we've got nice belt buckles, and we're due to change. We're on our 3rd design coming up. So it's a nice little thing. You'll see a lot of the guys that are walking around with the belt buckles and stuff now. They're starting to get out. A few more guys are winning. For a while there, it was the same guys winning every year, but
Yeah.
it's starting to get spread
Adrian's
around a little
got
bit.
one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I think
Yeah.
he has his on his quiver.
So this one here, it's actually mixing. This is the ones that I buy. You've still got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rings. So it's like 3 foot by 3 foot target that we'll
Yep.
use.
Yeah, so this is just a reduced
Yeah.
base.
Yeah. Because I hope I never go beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does happen. So on this one, this shoot. Oh, and I don't know if I said that. Did I say that the field shoot will be at Dyersville, held by the Dyersville Sportsmen's?
Okay.
Okay.
And the date of that is July 9th on a Sunday.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we'll start signing up at 8 o'clock in the morning, start shooting at 9.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah, you can go up and see the caves and see the ball field and all that. There's a lot of stuff to see up there. Neat little place.
I didn't know that.
Spend a weekend up there.
Yeah.
And so this shoot will be back down at Toddville, which they're a very good club. They've been around for years and years and years. And it's a Waltonian Archers, and this will be a 900 round. So what'll happen is you'll shoot 30 arrows at each yardage, 60 yards, 50 yards, and 40 yards. And you can see we've got the scoring right on it. We'll take the X for a tiebreaker. So
Where do you start? 60 or 40?
60.
And work your way back.
Yep.
They're going to get pretty deadly when you get to 40, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can.
Yeah.
It can.
You start
Yeah.
shooting 60 and coming back in, that target gets really big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Puts a lot of arrows. 4 people will be shooting at this target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it puts a lot of arrows in there
It definitely does. Yeah.
because each one of you are,
Is it 6 arrows or 5?
it's 6.
6 and end?
Yes. So it's a lot of arrows.
Yeah. It's a lot of
Bring,
arrows.
bring plenty of arrows. It's a lot of fun.
Yep. That's almost like part of it for some people is the fact that they get to destroy other people's arrows and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'd build different ones. I don't think I'd shoot my 27.
No, you would not want to do that.
That'd be a prick move, though.
Alan Sr. did it to me. I was like, dude, you're going to push me out. He didn't push me out of any of them. I missed them myself. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very fun one. Very fun. I enjoy it. And there's a lot of them going around anymore. There's a lot of people starting like
Mason City has one.
Yeah.
I shot a 600 round up there. That was the first time I did it. I went up. That's the only reason I went up there. I wanted to shoot the 600 round, see what it was. And I start shooting. I go, this is nice.
Yeah.
I don't have to walk through the mud. I'm just shooting and going back. It was,
Yeah.
it was fun. I liked it.
The Iowa State organization, we've bought our own whitetail targets, and so we've kind of thought around, kicked it around, throwing a FIDA shoot out there, and I'll also say that Iowa State Archery Association is the organization that puts on the Pro-Am every year, and they have for years.
So were you guys doing it when it was in Mason City then?
Yeah, we were part. There was a club up there doing all the work, and we were there.
Because a lot of the old guys saying it was really nice in Mason City. Everybody liked it there.
Yep.
Then I don't know, when did you move it here?
This would have been, I think this is 12 years.
12
We just
years down
finished.
here. And
Actually, 11. We missed one with COVID.
yeah, my very first year I shot it was in 19, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. I've shot it 4 times now. So it was a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect the first time coming into it. It's like,
Yeah.
this is kind of neat. I mean, it's a different format. And,
Yeah.
and I went to Midwest Open this year and shot it, which is the same format as the Iowa Pro-Am, which is a great warm-up. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yep. Iowa Prom's the biggest shoot that you can shoot in Iowa in terms of participants.
Yeah.
Biggest
Yes.
local shoot.
yeah, it's the biggest shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one
Usually
time,
have.
we were the 3rd largest shoot in the United States.
Really?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
But now with Lancaster and a couple others coming on, so it was Vegas, Nationals, your 5 spot, and then us. But
Did you always hold it the same time of year?
when we were in Mason City, we were farther up in December.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you were before Christmas, or?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that would help?
Well, now we've got Indiana and Peoria up there in December.
Yeah.
And I would like to see something get back to like a tri-state shoot, where we could all
Or
maybe
it's a
keep.
series?
Yeah, we tried that, but it was kind of. It just ended up being the best shooter threw the money in there and won, because they knew they were going to win the class all the way through. And so we didn't get the participation like they thought was going to happen.
Yeah. I
So-
could see that. I mean,
But I would like to see something like that. I mean, there's a lot of work,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of,
you don't even get to shoot your own shoot.
no, I haven't shot it for years just because it's just too much. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just, it's a whole lot.
You've got a lot going on.
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah.
You guys it still pretty runs smooth.
Mhm.
You may not think so, but from a shooter aspect, it works.
Yeah.
You get on your line, you shoot, and it goes like clockwork.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a set time, it takes what it takes to shoot it, and you move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little stressful though.
I know.
The
But
whole-
you have
the
that
whole-
with all the shoots. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, when you sit there and you're getting ready to do it and you're setting up and you're thinking, boy, I hope everything goes good because I got 600 people that are going to be very, very, very mad if things don't go good.
Yep. Yeah.
So
yeah, it'd be nice to get, like you said, was the youth class fairly big this year?
the youth,
Yeah, the young,
the Cubs are getting big.
so maybe it is picking up a little
Yeah.
bit then.
In youth class, I'd have to look back at the numbers and stuff. It's pretty big. There's
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of
good.
them.
I mean, I don't know how else you can grow it. I mean,
I think the fastest is the female classes.
Yeah.
They seem
Yeah.
to really be coming on. A lot of females are getting the
are you
indoor.
getting more like at the state shoots too?
No, that's why I'm here. I'd kind of like to make sure everybody knows
Yeah.
we're here. And
Well,
and
it's getting the word out about it. You get
Yeah.
more people that know about it,
yeah,
and when your shoot dates get closer, we'll push them again
Yep.
and we'll get them there, and you just
Yeah.
gotta get people shooting, I guess.
and I think everybody knows. I mean, it's hard to believe that this can be stressful.
Yeah, it's 20 yards. It should be
20
easy.
yards.
No, I hate
Yeah.
that target.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
60
even if it's a
arrows.
Vegas target, you're only 20 yards. How many times have you shot 20 yards outside and think, wow, this is easy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
But
weird.
all of a sudden you put everybody side by side on a line and you're all shooting and all of a sudden the nerves come from nowhere,
Yep.
Yep.
and you're just like,
It's hard to explain.
yeah, very
Yeah.
hard to say. I always tell everybody shooting indoor 20 yards is like shooting a 200-inch buck.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's almost the same nerves.
Yeah.
You get worked up, that adrenaline gets going, and it's just,
Yeah. It's like almost like the expectation is the problem. Like you're like, oh, well, it should be easy. And
Yeah.
so then you like, it is hard though. It's way too hard.
yeah, it's all. I think it's 80% mental.
it's 99.9.
Yeah, it is because the bow hit the middle. You
Yeah.
just got to get it to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, we make it too complicated.
yeah, we
There's no
do.
doubt.
We just let the bow shoot. It shoot
Yeah.
itself, but it's the guy running it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so with the target, is that something we could do indoor throughout
Yes.
the winter
Yes.
if we wanted to?
Yep. We've looked at, that's where we thought about doing a FIDA, like a money shoot down FIDA in the indoor, and that'd be a 55 meter, so you wouldn't have to move the line, wouldn't have to move targets, nothing, just and do like that.
Okay.
And we own 12 of the whitetail targets now. And, so right there, you could hold a pretty good one right there.
Oh, yeah.
So
And
how
so-
many
50
yards
people.
did you need for 55 meters?
Or it's 50 meters, so it'd be 55 yards.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. 50 meters. I'm sorry.
I know a place.
Do you? Oh, that is a place.
Yeah.
So when you say you like hold one, do you mean like just a qualification round kind of thing, or do you want to do the matches and everything?
The matches and
Okay,
everything.
I'm glad because that would be fun. I think that'd be
So,
really fun.
do you think something like that in the winter would work?
You know,
or do you think everybody's getting ready for this?
I think what we were looking is like something right after nationals, and
Yeah.
everybody's thinking about readying and starting getting ready for your outdoor shoots and stuff, and then that gives you opportunity to bring that outdoor bow to a shoot, even though
Okay.
you're a
I think
controlled
that'd be a good
environment.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either at the very tail end or at the very tail beginning, or I guess the other way around. But yeah, it's like so like either the end of outdoor season, so where you're getting it indoor, or well, I think the way you're saying it is even better. Like we're at the very end of indoor season into
So
outdoor.
you're thinking mid-April, about mid-April,
Into March,
end of March.
right after.
Yeah,
That would be nice. Yeah.
Right when everybody's starting to think, hey, I'm going to get ready for readying. And
because really, you imagine shooting 55 yards for what is it, 60 arrows?
Yep.
You're
yeah,
gonna
you
do
could
that.
play a 300 game. You could play a 900.
Yep.
Yeah,
You could actually do a 450 qualifier, however you want to do it.
something abbreviated or whatever.
Yeah.
'cause that's going to tell you if you're ready
Yeah.
for any
sure.
outdoor shooting.
Yep.
Yep.
Really, I mean, you get a whole day at shooting.
Yeah. So yeah, me and Warren, and then obviously a lot of people go up to Dakota Classic, which is basically kind of what we're talking about. But it's 40, 50, 60 indoors, and it's on the smaller target, and that is almost like this. It feels a little bit easier than that, but yeah, it's weird how much harder it feels like when it's indoors. Because I guess it's just that expectation again, like, oh well,
Yeah.
there's no wind now, so I should just hit it every time, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
I shoot that bigger one more relaxed than I do this little thing.
Yeah.
And I can't explain that. Everybody's watching me shoot it, and he goes, "Your bow doesn't move." I go, "Yeah, but watch me shoot that. It's all over
Yeah.
the place."
And part of it's probably just because
over aiming. I know what it
Yeah.
is. It's all right up here, but
yeah.
it's maybe I think I can relax on that. It's
yeah.
a big. If I miss a little bit, it's still in.
For me, it's
Yeah.
a little bit like this, like all like if like so. Let's say you go to a big event, like either to win your class or especially like the pros, like there's literally 20 or 30 or whatever of them that clean that. But then the outdoor one, they'll miss a few points, like at least once. It's like almost like okay to
Yeah.
miss, so it's not as much fear.
Well, it's like on like nationals,
Yeah,
indoor nationals. You drop an X, you lost.
yeah. And
So
on that, like some
you're
pros
actually
will miss
talking-
it, but yeah.
This is 122 centimeter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what we're shooting at Dakota Classic is the 92.
Yeah, 92. I was saying 80.
And then the 80 is your FITA.
Yep.
Okay. So the 80 would be the FITA would be smaller.
Yep. It's like 4.3 inch. It's like a NASP.
Would it be
target.
about the size of the white on that?
Yeah, I
That's
think
what
it
I was
is.
just
Yeah.
thinking.
The 10 ring is the size of the white in
Okay.
80 centimeter.
Okay.
But yeah, that one is, yeah.
That'd still be fun.
Yeah,
It's
is
a lot
fun.
of fun.
And yeah, there's just a little bit of like more acceptance of missing. Like, it's not a big a deal as like
And
indoor.
all classes can shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Yeah.
so talking about classes, so like the bow hunter class for you guys, your association, is it the same as the 3D guys, or is it a little different?
We have a 5-pin rule, and you got your 12-inch front stabilizer. What you run off the back doesn't matter.
Okay.
So basically say no lens.
Okay.
Pretty simple rules then. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
So-
and you can go on NFAA if you got any questions about any kind of a class that you want to shoot. They got it defined right down to
So as a
detail.
bow hunter setup, you cannot run a single pin sight.
You cannot move.
Yeah, but you if you can't move it, if you're shooting 60, I mean, you're gonna have to move it. But what I'm saying is, it's got to be a pin sight basically to shoot
you-
anything.
A rack of pins.
Yeah, a rack of pins.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think so, like outdoor nationals, I guess Dakota Classic, I guess that's not necessarily NFAA maybe? Because you
World.
can,
That's World
okay.
Dakota Classic.
Okay. So yeah, it doesn't really, yeah. But you could technically run a single pin for that. I guess you could technically run a single pin for all of them. You just wouldn't want to.
Yeah,
And
it'd
you
be
can't
against the
move it
rule
after-
for any of the NFA.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Like-
if you can't move it, you can't
Yeah.
move it.
When
Yeah.
you're shooting target and stuff, you'd have to have 3 pins for each of the yardage
each
at
distance.
least.
Yeah. So that's something for everybody to keep in mind. I mean, you can go in with a bow hunting bow with pins and shoot everything we've talked about.
Yep.
Correct.
and be just fine.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the main thing about that too is like I think a lot of people like see the setups that a lot of the top bow hunter guys in those things have and think it's like way more than what they have. In reality, like the main difference is just the
I'd say it'd be axle to axle
yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just the bow.
because they have to run a fixed pin sight
Yep.
and a 12-inch front bar, and that 12-inch front bar is from the riser, correct?
To the end of the
Correct.
weights.
So
yeah.
basically, honestly, it's probably a 10-inch bar
With weights.
with weights.
Yep. And so
Because
nothing
if you run
crazy.
a bunch of weight, you're out unless you get the big round weights. You
Yeah.
know it.
And the bow helps, but it's not like that crazy of a difference. Like the main thing, axle to axle a little bit, and then the brace height. But yeah,
Then on the open setup, we can run lights, or is that just
You can run lights.
you can run?
Yep.
What one can't you? Is it World? World. You can't run a light.
Nope, no lighting.
Okay. But
No lighting at all.
yeah,
it's interesting. Hopefully, we get more people shooting it.
Yep.
And I'm guilty as everybody. I plan on going to one, and Daddy would,
Yeah.
yep. I'm definitely gonna shoot field this year. That's what I didn't shoot for the state level is field, just because there was an ASA on the same weekend, and I was like pretty into that at the time. But yeah, I'm gonna shoot the state field there. But yeah,
I'm planning on state target outdoor.
yeah,
I'm done with indoor paper. I'll
Deer
do
Classic.
I'll do Deer Classic
Okay.
because it's there, but I can't shoot another 5-spot round until next year.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that like I said, that 600 round I shot was a blast.
Yeah.
I will be doing that again. That was a lot of fun. I'm talking about buying a whole nother sight setup just for that. I just slide the new sight on and throw the arrows on and make them hit where they need to and go with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you don't have to mess with stuff.
I don't
for
have to
3D.
mess with anything. Then I go back to my 3D setup and away I go. So it's just more of a rabbit hole we're going down.
Oh yeah,
It's a fun one.
Isn't it fun?
Oh, yeah.
So how long have you been shooting then, Warren?
I started shooting a bow when I was 6 years old.
Really? So you've been shooting a while.
Wow. I actually seen the compound bow invented.
Wow. You bet. Yeah.
So, yeah, I've been at it a long time.
So have you been to quite a few national shoots then?
Quite a few.
Quite a few
Yeah.
on the target side or
Target.
Yeah.
I did the 3D world for a long time. Traveled, the IBO was all we had. ASA wasn't even around.
yeah. You won a few IBOs then.
Yes,
yeah,
I
and then
did.
Yeah.
Almost the Triple Crown.
Yep.
And that was all judging too.
Yes, all judging yardage.
Yeah.
I mean, there was no rangefinder. Even your local clubs, you couldn't
Yeah.
use.
Yep. So real
Rangefinder.
deal. None of this like bullshit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. They were real archers.
Yeah,
They keep
yeah.
saying to us.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Well,
No, it's a thing. It's
It's
just
a thing.
evolving. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it involves because
but it's definitely pretty
rangefinders
impressive.
weren't around then,
No.
were they?
no,
You didn't have a choice.
no.
Yeah,
You had to judge
you
yardage.
probably know more about this, or maybe even you too. But like, I saw an old rangefinder that was like almost like a camcorder looking thing. And it's
Yeah.
like, what the?
Yeah, the
And-
very first one was a single-eyed, looked like binoculars. That I
Oh,
had.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it was a big one. And then they got smaller, and now I mean they can figure your angles and everything for you. They're just amazing.
Yeah,
Man.
So if you didn't have rangefinders, then how was field? Or they have it all measured out?
It's all measured out.
It was all measured out.
Yeah,
So it's
Yeah,
all
there's-
written down. There's a pin with the numbers on it.
correct.
Okay.
because you can still use your rangefinder. At the
Yes, you
stuff, right?
can.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, that's. So you've seen a lot coming through.
Been there a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you get started with the Iowa Association then?
I started back when we were in Mason City. I started helping there. I was not a board member or
You're
nothing.
just a helper.
No, just a grunt.
And look where you're at now.
Look where it got me.
President.
But somebody's got to take the reins.
Yeah.
I mean, you're retired now, so we got to think of the next guy that's going to do it. And it's like that with all the clubs. The younger people, we need to start stepping up.
Yeah. Got to start volunteering and do it, or
Yeah,
it's
I was
going to
just
go
gonna
away.
say. So are you volunteering, Adam? Is that what's going on here, or what?
No, I think we should volunteer you.
No. That's not what's going on.
I'm involved in enough stuff
Nah.
right now.
No.
We're lucky. We've got some really great board members right now. Jason Getkin's the first vice, Alex Moss the second vice president, and Austin Weber is the secretary. And we've got some very good shooters. They know what it takes to put on a shoot. And so
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good people.
Those are good people. That's a good board.
Yep.
Those guys are very knowledgeable and not bad shooters either.
Kind of salty old dogs, aren't
Yeah, they are. Oh, they're shooting with him today. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're very good. Very good people. They know what it takes to get it.
Yeah.
And
That's good.
hopefully we can figure out how to get people to come out and play the games.
It'd be really nice to get, I think if you had a shoot over here, I'm just spitballing because we're in Des Moines.
Yeah.
I think nobody knows about it.
Yeah, if we can make it happen, for sure would. Because we just held like our first like scramble and then indoor tournament. It was both of them are full. So it's like if we could just have one, figure out that.
But I don't know where you could have one over here.
There's one place I could think of, but it'd just be convincing to people, But yeah, I won't say it on. I don't want to put anything on anybody.
Yeah.
There's no clubs.
I know.
They've died off. I mean, it's just you've got a few 3D courses that are hanging on the west side of the state, but you've got no field courses. You've got no indoor.
Was there
ranges
ever
that can
field
hold
over
it.
here?
There is still a nice Golden Arrow over in Omaha. It's got a really nice course, nice course, but that's in the Nebraska side.
Are they still holding field shoots?
I haven't been over there in a while. They were.
Okay. Well, that might be worth the trip too. That'd be 2.5, 3 hours from us.
Yeah, Missouri is real. It's 2 hours for me, and that's set up all the time, all summer long.
Where's the Missouri one?
Blue Sky.
Yeah, you said Blue Sky.
Where's that at?
It'd be on the northeast side of Kansas City.
Okay, that wouldn't be too bad of a
actually
trip.
used to hold a national event there. I mean, it's a very good 3 courses, and it's set up all the time. Very cheap to go down and shoot it. I think it was like $25 for a weekend down there.
Nice.
And then Yankton's always set up.
Yep.
So
Nice.
a lot of them, like if you went out to Golden Arrow and those guys out there, I think you'd probably have to bring your own targets. Okay. I don't think they would have them set up all the time.
Okay.
Yep.
So is there money payback on your guys' shoots, or is it just trophy?
Just trophy.
Just trophy.
As of right now, yes.
Well, what's registration then to shoot?
$25 for a person, and then boy, that's bad. I didn't bring that. It's $50 for a family, I believe now. We try and keep it cheap for a family. I don't care if you bring 8 people.
If it's $25 to shoot your field round, which if you shoot all of it, field, animal, hunter,
in one day,
that's a pretty good buy.
That's all day long.
Yeah,
you're probably going to shoot 140 arrows.
That's cheap shooting, really,
Yep.
if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at it that way.
Yep. What even is this? Isn't the state ASA the same thing? 25.
25. Yep. Yeah, but they give money back. But
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing that's hard with that too is like, you guys will at the ASAs we'll get like at least like 80, 70 people. I don't know, a weekend.
I think average last year was 60.
Okay. And
60.
What do you think there was at state field? And there's only one of them. That'd be one state field.
Yeah, we've went really down. We were like 30 people.
Yep. So.
And you could probably
tough.
15 years ago, there's no room for anybody.
Yep, full.
So everything's dwindling.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I think money, and then the fact of traveling and people have motel it and stuff like that. And I understand. I'd love to see a field course everywhere.
Yeah. I didn't.
It's just not
to
going
be
to
quite
happen.
honest, when I started shooting, I didn't know what field was.
Yeah.
Because I rode Sunday when I went to May City. I was talking to Alan and AJ about it. I go, if there was a field course in Des Moines, I guarantee you I would have shot it already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No doubt.
I guarantee it.
Yeah. I moved to Southern California when I was fresh out of high school. I moved out there, and that's where I really seen you wouldn't believe like LA has got field courses.
It's
got-
pretty
Really?
weird to think, but yeah.
Yeah, you're like, wow. And it's everywhere out there. Very big.
That's what I'd heard. Yeah.
NFA used to be in Rancho Cucamonga, I believe is where they were. So they was in Southern California, and then they moved to Yankton. So
Yeah, it's just getting the word out about it. I mean,
yeah, it'd be nice. I mean, if I was rich, I'd build my own field course.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Yeah. You always think about that. Like, what do you do if you win the lottery? It's like, well, I'd probably hold this weird kind of shoot. The prize would be $1 million for first or something, you know.
you'd have everybody.
Just because.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
So as a club, it'd probably be easier to host a 600 round or a 900 round.
If you had the
If
target
you had
butts
the-
to do it.
You know,
So
that might be any club listening. That would help if, you know, Mason City does it, and it's really. You've been up Mason Cities, haven't you?
I have not shot theirs.
Their outdoor one. It's
Nope.
set up. So when you pull in the driveway, their 3D is a horseshoe in the timber. Then where the practice bells are, they've got their 600 round set up. Get on the line and start shooting. You're done. That was a good time. And they got a really big target face. So I don't probably
The full size of
They got
that.
the
Yeah,
full
3
size.
foot by 3 foot.
and that was fun to shoot. You know, there's one there, and that's where I got. Like I said, I shot it the first time. And they had just as many shooters shooting that as they did the 3D.
Yeah.
You know,
We used to have, and I don't know if in Nebraska they still, it's called an Iron Man. So you'd shoot, I believe we shot 300 FITA, a score of 300. Then we walked over and shot 14 targets field. And then you went over and you shot 20 targets of 3D all in one day for a total score.
So Dylan, Mason City, are you listening to this? You guys could probably set that up. You know,
They, I was just trying to think, there was a club up by Waltonians that, and I wish I could remember it. Some really good guys. They did Ironman up there.
That would be pretty cool.
They were up there at the Boy Scout Club.
it wasn't Johnson County, was it? Or farther north?
No, not too much farther than Toddville up in there. And I'm not going to remember the name. of them.
Anamosa?
No.
Because I know they. I wonder who would be.
That doesn't matter.
There's a lot of clubs everywhere.
Yeah.
That I'm starting to. Yeah. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of small clubs that like I didn't know. Like you've been sending me a bunch of flyers from stuff,
Yep.
and I'm like, I've literally never heard of this place.
So like I sent you the Southwest Iowa one,
Mhm.
which is in Bradyville. I've shot their course. That's a really nice course.
3D.
Yep. And they run the ASA insurance.
Oh, really?
And someone made a comment about not having an ASA over there.
Uh-huh.
Well, they've got the insurance, so they can host one. And I talked to them 1 year about it, and they have the same problem all clubs have. 2 people do it,
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
you know, and not no offense to those clubs, it's just it's like that everywhere. With you know, so and that's the unfortunate part, getting the drive. I mean, what drove you to keep shooting, Warren, when you started?
I just enjoy it.
Yeah. So I mean, you got to have a drive to want to shoot.
Yeah. I hunt, and so I always figured, if I can shoot paper and I can shoot tournaments, I'm going to be able to make that shot on an animal, and it'd be,
Well,
a lethal shot and not wound animals.
well, the way it sounds, you're going to need to be able to make that shot here shortly, aren't you?
Yeah, we're Mark and a bunch of us are headed to New Zealand a year from now.
Yeah. So you got a year to get ready to kill that big stag, huh?
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand would be a really cool place to go, just in
Where?
general.
So will that be your first international hunt?
Yes.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I figured you would have gone to like Africa or one of those with them.
Nope. Mark keeps trying to talk me into it, but I just haven't. It's just
They
not
always
on
say
the
that's the
bucket
first
list.
one. Yeah. They always say that's the funnest one, though.
Yeah, that's
Like
what they
everybody's-
say.
Yeah,
Like-
you're right. Africa to me is not on the bucket list, but kill a red stag is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I'm going to go to Africa someday.
Yeah.
I don't know when I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
Someday I want to go kill a bunch of animals.
I probably will. I've got kind of a bucket list, Being retired, you never know how long we have. So,
So have you shot Redding then?
no.
See, that's
That's on
on
the
my
list.
bucket list.
That's on my
Reading
list.
is on my bucket list, and Vegas is on my bucket list. You've shot Vegas.
Yep.
I'm gonna get it done as much.
Warren, you probably shot Vegas quite a few times, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll shoot Vegas. Say I've done it. Once I've done it, I've done it.
Oh, once you've
Yeah.
done it, you'll probably want to go back. Honestly,
You
it
think
was
so?
because it
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
fun.
man, this is like the only one that really makes sense to shell out money for. In a way.
And some year I'm gonna shoot every one of the ASA pro-ams too. I'll go to all of them. It'll be a little while from now, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it done sometime. I'd like to be able to say I've done it.
Yeah.
What else you got on your bucket list for animals or either way?
Well, I'm looking into a Yukon moose hunt. And I'll do that hopefully right after New Zealand.
Yeah.
So
But everybody's got their animals they want.
Mhm.
I mean, there's, we talk about archery all the time with targets, but let's be realistic. We all shoot it to be better at hunting.
yes.
Some of us don't hunt. I mean,
Yeah.
but essentially it all wraps around that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's where all the money comes from.
I mean, you started with NASP.
Mm.
I started doing this because I wanted to kill deer during the rut, and you probably hunted first, and we all blossomed into
Yeah.
Big nerds.
yeah,
Pretty much.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's a weird sport how it works that way.
Yeah.
How you can go one weekend we're going to do this, next weekend we're going to Africa and kill a gazelle, or whatever the hell it is over there. But that's what's nice about this. I mean,
I've been doing it a long time, and I've met people all over the world, airplane pilots, doctors, lawyers. It's just amazing the people that have this for a hobby.
Yeah.
It's like one time I was getting interviewed by a newscast guy from here in Des Moines at the Pro-Am. And we're explaining, we're talking, and he looks at me and goes, well, why would anybody do this? And I'm like, why wouldn't they do this?
Yeah.
I said, look at this. I got 5-year-old kids over there shooting bows. I've got 80-year-old guys shooting bows. I say, anybody can do this.
so talking about old guys, I think the funnest thing I saw at that pro-am was Tommy and Mel.
Oh
and that
yeah,
shoot off.
yeah, that was really
That
that
was
cool.
awesome.
Everybody was like lined up, and then like when they hit or miss it, oh, like the crowd was actually into it. It was
Yeah,
cool. I don't
that
know if you
was
got to
'cause-
see that or not. I don't remember if you were like
I was-
preoccupied or you
Were
were
you calling the
officiating.
arrows?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome because those guys, that group has a lot of history
Yeah.
between Tommy, Mel, and Steve,
Yep.
and yeah, they're a fun group.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm to the point they go to shoots and everybody knows me now. ASA helped a lot with that.
Yep.
Being on, a rep, but then doing this like on Sunday. Oh, you guys are doing a great job on the podcast, and
Yeah.
thank everybody. I thank you guys
Oh yeah.
that watch.
For sure.
I mean, just pass it around, get the word out, tell all your friends, and all the club people will get more information out about shoots. Get Warren's information out. Even down the road, I like to get some of your board to come and talk to us about their experiences with the Iowa Association.
Yeah, we already talked to one of your members of your board. We're gonna get him on here, but yeah,
Yeah.
just Alex. But yeah,
Yep. And it's like I said, being over here, I wouldn't have known anything about that if I wouldn't have known you or
Yeah.
AJ or those guys. You didn't know about it.
Yeah.
yep.
That's where we hope we can get it out and get people to try it. It's fun. Add the
Yeah.
games to your, arsenal and make yourself
Yeah,
better.
but like you said, I think field would be a damn good test of your 3D bow.
Yep. It's a fun day. It's all day. You're having a
I
good
mean, I
time.
might leave really, really frustrated, but I leave the 3D course like that some days too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and I don't know how far you want to go into archery and stuff, but I've always been amazed how little people know about like tuning and and how to repair something and what really is a good shot, and you've got some salty dogs around this state
Yeah.
that can give you some if they're going to spill their guts.
Yep.
I know
Some
a couple
are
of them.
weird that there's like won't tell
I
you,
know
and
a
it's like,
couple of them that
wait, why? Like,
Yeah.
and then you find it out, and you're like, I could just Google this. Why didn't you just tell me? Like,
yeah.
save me some
Yeah.
time.
But I don't know. Okay. In archery, I don't think I haven't met anybody that wouldn't sit and talk to you.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Even on the national level,
Yeah.
everybody will talk to you.
Yep.
And a lot of my thing is I'm not going to go over and bother you about something like that.
Yeah.
If I bring it up in a conversation, that's one thing, but I'm not going to seek you out to go ask that tuning question.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel right doing that.
I usually try to pick and choose. I'm like, okay, can I figure this out? Or do I need to just like message whoever?
Yeah. And a lot of it's trial and error.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't work. Let's try something else. I mean,
man, that's the most frustrating part. And also the fun part, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of went down the arrow rabbit hole last year. I shot X cutters for 3D. I decided this year I'm going to try triple X's.
Yep.
That's a big arrow for a 3D, but I'm going to try it. I'm not, it's either going to fail or it's going to work. I'm going to give it a year. I can't just one shoot and tell it's not going to work.
Yep.
Because all the shoots are different. I'll try it and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
But there's certain things I know I'm not going to probably shoot outdoor target with 27s.
Would not be a good idea. Promise. I was shooting.
But part of me wants to say I can do it.
Yeah, you definitely.
But I don't know how many arrows I have left.
Not very many.
That's
not very many if you're shooting good, at least.
Yeah.
But
so,
yeah, I was shooting just an ASA target out the door here earlier, just to like practice and get sighted in. And it's not even that windy today. I mean, it was windy, but it wasn't like bad. And I was just like, okay, brakes, like 8 ring on the other side, because I was aiming at the upper, which is on the upper left where I was shooting. It was like, holy crap. And I don't shoot 27s. And so it was like, yikes. But yeah. So now I know. It's like, okay, gentle breeze, aim like 4 inches off. All right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And it's, but like you said, FIDA, that'll test, especially if it's windy.
Yep.
That'll test you and your equipment.
Oh, yeah. Everybody always gives me a hard time because my bows I always weight them down. But I've always shot a heavy bow for a long time, even when early years.
Because of outdoor stuff and wind.
In outdoor, I won a national event with 50-mile-an-hour winds, and then the only reason I won is because my bow weighed 10 pounds.
Yep. I was thinking about that too. Yeah. Because I was like trying to take weight off for the ASA coming up, and then I was like, oh man, it could be a little breezy. And if it's just a little breezy, it's annoying. Like it'll just push you out. And so I could see how that could help a lot. So
you say your bow weighed 10 pounds, and Deacon weighed his bow the other night. It was 11.5.
11.5.
Yeah, he took 16. He said he took 16 ounces off before Gavin shoot.
And it was 11.5?
No.
Oh, he put the weight back on. Gotcha.
No, he took it off. It weighed 11.5, then took 16 ounces off. So, yeah, the heavy bow works, I guess. And I go, that's all about operator.
Yeah.
It all feels different for everybody.
Yeah.
So,
I don't shoot that now.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried 30 for like a few weeks, like 30 up front, that kind of thing, because that's what a bunch of pros are doing. That didn't work. I have a lot right now, but not that much. Not even close.
Yeah. But it's, like you said, archery's it's fun.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there anything we covered you want to talk about, or didn't cover you want to talk about?
I think we pretty well got everything, the state that I can think of.
All right. Yeah, we'll make sure to pump, like whenever those dates are coming up, we'll make sure to post them, and then get the word out there. And we're probably going to try to do some sort of video of one of them, or I'm at least going to try.
Yeah, we'll do something.
We'll
try to do something.
Yeah, and we have a website now. Alex Moss is the webmaster, and so the Iowa State Archery Association.com. You can get on there and look. There's a lot of pictures. We're trying to put more and more on there, and dates and everything should be on there.
Yep.
Trying to put more stuff on as we go. So
yeah, like I said, club wise, if you're interested in anything that Oren's been talking about that you think you want to host, get a hold of us, or we'll get a hold of Warren. I think an outdoor round would probably be easiest for you. Got any club to host?
Yeah.
And I think it'd start bringing that back. Because I've been told your 900 round, you shoot, take a break, sit under a tent and have a pop, eat lunch, and go start shooting again.
Yep.
To me, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
And you're right. Destroying a buddy's arrow, I love it.
Yeah.
A lot of arrow slapping going on.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, there is one thing I'd like to say. We do Iowa State Archery Association does do sponsorships for kids in college. We have a program.
Really?
And yes, and if you're an archer and you're in college and you like to shoot and you shoot our shoots and you shoot ASA and stuff, fill out the form.
Okay. Do they any requirement what they're taking for classes?
No.
So they just have to shoot.
Yes.
Be a
Nice.
member of the Iowa Association.
Don't have to be a member.
Okay.
If you're an archer, we have not turned anybody down yet.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, keep that in mind, guys. So we'll get that spread around because there's a lot of high school kids that shoot,
Oh yeah.
like Tad,
Yep.
uh,
Yeah, he probably should look into it. Yeah.
Jonathan Moore down. He actually got signed. He's shooting college.
Oh, nice. There you go.
So I don't remember where. I apologize.
It's
but-
crazy how many of those are doing that.
Yeah,
now in
which is
colleges.
awesome. Like BV, I didn't know they had an archer team,
Yeah.
and I was talking to them, and I didn't. In my mind, I thought you went and had matches like they do the trap. I get
Oh, I get what you mean. Just a school versus
yeah,
school
school
kind of thing.
versus school thing, and I didn't realize they don't do that.
Yeah, they just go.
They
to
just
national
go to
shoots.
big shoots and shoot. I go, "Oh, okay, but it's been quite a few years. I was to podcasts. There's a lot of schools out east that have archery,
Mhm.
and it's getting big.
Yep. A lot of the national shoots now have like a collegiate division,
Yeah,
separate from other stuff. I don't know if they can shoot both of them or not, but yeah.
yeah, because we'll see some college teams in Foley.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we will because then like the S3DA, they'll be there because there always is some kids there
Yep.
for that shoot S3DA because they shoot the same format.
Yeah.
So, and that's one thing that hopefully, so we got an Iowa S3DA club now that'll help because
Yep.
Target is part of that three.
Yeah,
Three
they've grown a
things they
lot
do.
though too. Like there's literally just one club, and I don't know how many members they have, but quite a few,
Quite a
like
few.
30 plus for sure, easily.
Yeah, and
kids.
they had them all at the Pro-Am.
yeah,
So,
all of them at the ASA state shoot too.
yeah, and knowing, so I don't know if they made it to any of the Target stuff last year or not, but that's part of their discipline. It's like it's three. You got Target indoor, 3D, and I don't know if it's outdoor Target.
I would think so, but I don't know.
I don't know for sure. I know it's 3D and Target.
Yep.
So, but that'd be something to reach out to them and see. Get them younger kids started on the field side. Oh, this is fun.
Yep.
Yes.
You don't know. You could have a whole mess of kids shooting it,
Yep.
which will be that's where it starts.
Yes.
The kids start shooting. They say, "Oh, that looks like fun." Dad's shooting, mom's shooting,
Yes.
and it's just a big rolling ball of snow
Yeah.
and getting bigger. And, away it
And I
goes.
didn't get into that very far. On all of our shoots, the kids, the cubs and the young adults, they shoot at shorter yardages, even on your feet of phase.
Okay.
So they don't shoot the 80 and all
Yeah.
that, so they don't have to worry about that.
So let's say outdoor, like the 900 round. What would the Cubs shoot there?
20, 30, 40,
Really?
I believe is what it is.
Okay, that ain't so bad.
Mm-mm.
Really? Because that's not bad at all.
Mm-mm. They can definitely get it.
Yeah,
Get it there.
little kids' bow will shoot 40 yards,
Oh yeah.
and that's got to be a fun to watch. I've always liked watching the kids shoot. I got to watch my daughter shoot. It's fun to watch.
Yep.
I enjoy that just as much as I do shooting.
Yep. I remember at the Iowa Pro-Am, they had a shoot-off for, I think it was young adult, and I was like shocked at how like strong and like just confident the execution was. It was like, bam! It's like, bro, I can't even do that. Like mine's like, like just barely goes off, doesn't go anywhere.
Well,
yeah, they're
I'm going to tell you
killers.
right now, I won't want to shoot against high school kids.
Yeah,
Because
they have no fear.
Since I don't know what yours is like, but I know the high school open is 40-yard max.
Yeah,
Every one of those kids could win K40,
yeah,
guaranteed.
yep. They have no fear.
They have higher scores in that open class than they do K40. It's nuts.
Yeah.
But, and I imagine they shoot this crap just as well. It's just there's no fear.
Yeah.
You're right.
They don't know. They don't know to be nervous yet. They don't understand what's on the line. Nothing. But we think there's a lot.
Yeah. We talked about Gavin. Gavin come up through shooting this stuff. That's why I think he was such a good shooter. Bridger Deaton, another one.
Yeah. And like AJ shooting it all too.
Yep. AJ.
And his dad shot it.
Yep.
When he was a little guy with Mark.
Mm-hmm.
And that helped a lot, getting AJ going. And you just got to keep the drive going, you know. Unfortunately, I think there's a gap now between 20 and 40 that there isn't very many shooters.
It's weird, yeah.
Like I said that other day.
Life gets busy.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, if you look at just the Iowa ASA Association, if I had to guess, now I could be wrong, I bet 80% of our shooters are 40 and older.
Yeah, so I was talking to, I don't want to because I don't know if they want me to put this out there, but somebody that runs a pretty popular YouTube channel in the kind of the hunting space, and it was like most of their audience is like 30 to like 40, and then 40. The second most popular I think was like 40 to 49. It's like, really? Like I would have not expected that.
And you're right. Life, we get busy then, and I'm on the slow end side now. Both my kids are going to be in college next year, and we just slow down.
Yeah.
You know,
it never slows down.
I think I'm busier now.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like the guys with younger kids. You get pulling both ways.
Yeah.
And you got to pick one or the other. You can't go every weekend.
Yeah.
So now you're picking a shoot. Well, I don't shoot my bow enough, so I'm not even going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it's unfortunate, but.
Yeah. Kids are first, though.
Kids are first.
Yep. You guys got anything else you want to cover?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Warren.
Yeah,
You're
thank
welcome.
you, Warren,
Thanks
for coming. Well,
Thanks for letting us start.
Yeah.
That's what we got for, I think this one will dump on, let it go Wednesday. So, like I said, we leave Wednesday morning. So,
which is, we have tomorrow to get ready, and then we leave Wednesday morning like 3 a.m., right?
Yeah. So this will get uploaded Wednesday.
Yep.
So you probably watch this, but
yeah, we'll be in the truck when you see this.
We'll be in the truck, but there may be some.
Oh, we're going to do a podcast in Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
Buc-ee's?
Yeah, we got to do
Apparently.
a podcast at Buc-ee's with the guys.
I don't even know if they have tables, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure some. That's going to be late before we get there, but we may do a little bit on the way down on the drive.
Yep.
It may just be a Facebook Live thing.
That would be a good idea, yeah.
So, but thank you everybody for watching. That's all we got. Later.
See ya.
Thank you.